playing the game footage on here, and they didn't like that apparently. Let's see if I can get Pokemon Red or Blue Jazz Fusion. Boo. That was annoying that they took that down. YouTube sucks sometimes. Actually, all the time. At least now I know. Now I know. Damn, that's annoying, man. Hold on. Maybe I can put. Is there just a picture of the team that I could put up here? Let's see. NSC versus Dallas FC. Just give me an image. Yeah, let's do this. This is perfect. There we go. This works. This works for YouTube. Let's do it. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Sorry, TikTok fam. I'm just getting my YouTube stream set back up because they just took me down because they don't like free speech. Sorry. That's not what it is. I just made that up. I just made that completely up. All right. Let's get back into it, y'all. YouTube streams back up. Let's get back into it. Brian Schwacke with two saves, clean sheet, still undefeated right now. This man is built different, guys. He is built a little bit different. I'm trying to let y'all know. I don't think y'all know, but now y'all know. The red card, the moment that changed everything. 84th minute, Matt Corcoran already on a yellow, goes in hard on a Dallas player. That's his second yellow, red card. We're down to 10 men. Oh man, I gotta tell you, man, when I was watching that last night and I saw that red card, that's what had me worried. I was concerned. I was like, oh no, this is how you lose games. Right here. This is how it happens. You get a red card when you don't need to be getting a red card, man. That was so annoying. Here's the heartbreaking part about that. Just to be honest, Swaki or Swaki, Matt Corcoran Matt Corcoran grew up in Dallas. This is a club where he started his career. The Spanish broadcast said it. They said, en su casa con su gente. In his home with his people. And he gets sent off, man. He's young. He's young. He's a young kid, man. And that's obviously not a challenge that you need to be making when you're already on a yellow. He's gonna learn. He's gonna learn. It's a dumb second yellow. He'll learn. What matters right now is what happens next. Nashville went down from 10 men with 6 minutes plus stoppage. Went down to 10 men with 6 minutes of stoppage time left on the road, and Dallas could not score. 10 men, they had plenty of time to put the ball in the net. They couldn't score. Pasillas came on, was winning balls. The defense was locked in. Schwacke was commanding. That is what championship teams do, and that's what I've been advocating for this team to be in the way that they approach this season, is to approach it with a championship pedigree. Chad, I want to know from y'all, what was the most frustrating moment of the game for you? Was it Espinosa misses? Was it the red card? Was it the whole thing? Like, y'all let me know, please. Let me know. That's what I want to know. Let me know, chat. I'm here. I'm opening up the floor. I want to hear what y'all got to say. Anyways, man, the what can we build on? What can we build on from this match? Let's shift gears a little bit. Let's talk about what we can build on. One, this is big actually. This is actually really big. Clean sheets, as Gary Smith used to say. Clean sheets. This is something that hasn't gotten any love from what I can see. This was Nashville's first clean sheet against an MLS opponent in 17 games. Dating all the way back to July 2025, a 1-0 win over Toronto, 17 games without a shutout, guys. And they picked one up on the road against a team with Peter Musa and Logan Farrington up top. That is significant. That is something that you really need to pay attention to, all right? Well, Leggy and Palacios at center back. The broadcast analyst, Ross Smith, said that before the game, the center back pairing was his one concern about Nashville. Tonight, those two answered the call. Dallas could not get through them. All right? Dan Lovitz had a key save in this. Oh, it was a great save, actually. Some people are saying it was a handball. Lies. Slander. Get them out of here, bro. Get them out of here. They don't know what they're talking about, man. These people clearly do not know what they're talking about. Dan Lovett's save, he did what he put his body on the line, and it was risky. I'm not gonna lie to you, but if you slow it down, it clearly hit like right here. It looked like it hit like right here, guys. It looked like it hit. It wasn't a handball. It wasn't a handball. BJ praised them for shutting down the Dallas attacking threats and winning aerial duels against who? Peter Musa and Logan Ferriting, both of which are very good at aerial duels. For a left back to be doing that kind of work, that's commitment. Something else we can look on, silver lining from this match was the tactical flexibility. BJ Callahan tried something new tonight. A 3-center midfielder setup with Corcoran, Taxef, and Yazbek. That was a little risky. First time they've really done it. They've tried it. They tried something like it before, but not really. It worked. In my opinion, it worked. It did work. BJ said each of their qualities came out. You saw each of their qualities. Corcoran sat in the middle, distributing. Taxef and Yazbek were making deep runs that opened up the game. We know Taxef wants to get more involved in the game, in the offense, and he was more involved last night. That tells me that BJ Callahan is not a one-trick pony. Some of these MLS coaches, matter of fact, some of these Premier League coaches, any coach, a lot of them are one-trick ponies. BJ Callahan is not that. He's adapting. He's evolving. What up, J21P? How you doing, bro? Thanks for joining the stream. BJ Callahan is not a one-trick pony, man. That's what I need y'all to understand, bro. So that's why he's going to keep trying these things. You may not like that he's switching things up, but how do you think you get to an MLS Cup? You run the same thing so every opponent knows exactly what you're going to do every time? No. Wrong. That's not how it works, okay? And tonight he tried something different, and it worked. He's evolving. When Dallas played a back five and shut down the left side, Nashville found creative ways to break the pressure. The adaptability is what separates good coaches from elite coaches, all right? Dan Lovett said it best. One of the strengths of this group is our adaptability. Different formations, different roles, halftime adjustments. That's depth. That's versatility. That's what you need for a 34-game season. It's facts. Last silver lining I want to point out from this match, and we'll move on. The mentality. And honestly, guys, going to Dallas, playing without your star striker, going down a man in the 84th minute and still walking out with a point, that is a mentality check. And Nashville passed it, y'all. The old Nashville might have folded. Gary Smith Nashville might have actually the Gary Smith Nashville would have drawn 0-0 on purpose. This team was trying to score. They had 54% possession. They created chances. The finishing just wasn't there tonight. BJ said at the end of the game, man, he said, if we weren't creating chances, I'd be more concerned. I have to agree with that. That's why I'm not as concerned. The chances were there. Espinosa, Madrigal, Mukhtar, they all had looks. It'll come. It'll all come together, guys. This is the second MLS game of the season, y'all. And again, their fourth match in 11 days. So I don't want to, give too many excuses because one shot on goal is unacceptable. But the way that they handled themselves especially after Corcoran went out, that was important. We needed to see that. And I hope other teams are paying attention. Guys, chat, tell me, I want to hear from y'all. Who was your man of the match? I'm going with Schwaki. Lovitz and Waleji is up there, but I'm going with Schwaki. What do you guys think? Go ahead, hit me. Okay, moving on. Let's talk about the concerns from this match. We just talked about silver linings, but we have to be fair. And I don't do blind optimism. You guys know that I'm honest, I'm critical, but I'm fair. The Surge dependency is the first concern I have. I'm just going to say it. We look like a different team without Sam Surge out there, man, and that's a problem. It's a real problem. One shot on goal in 90 minutes? Come on now. We scored 11 goals in 3 games, and then the one game Sam Surge is out. We can't score at all. That's not good. Elite teams always find a way. That's why I said in the preview stream, And like Jurassic Park, life finds a way. Well, tonight, Nashville's attack did not find a way, and that is concerning, y'all. That is very concerning. BJ Callahan acknowledged it. Losing a player of Sam's caliber changes how you structure the team. But this roster has Mukhtar, Espinosa, Madrigal, Pacias. Someone has to step up. Not scoring is unacceptable in the BJ Callahan era. I'm just going to call it out. He's building a team that attacks, and when the main man is out, the next man has to step up and deliver. And we didn't do that tonight. I'm frustrated about that last night. I'm frustrated about that, man. Espinosa had two. Let's talk about the finishing right now. Espinosa had two that BJ says he scores 9 out of 10 times. Madrigal's shot was right at the keeper. We're gonna give it to the rookie in his, in his debut season. That hey, you gotta put the ball past the keeper, not to him. But Mukhtar's just went right over, and Yazbek chose to pass when he should have shot. It was a night of almost. There's a lot of almost tonight. I did not like that. The Reddit stream, the Reddit page was brutally honest, and they were not wrong. One fan said, missing Sam big time right now. Another said, we don't know what to do when we get close to the box. That's the fan pulse. And we can, if you're an ultimate fan like myself, we cannot ignore that, y'all. We cannot ignore the fan pulse, man. This is what we're saying. This is what they're saying. Here's another thing. Gary Smith PTSD. Here's another concern I have. Gary Smith PTSD. I got to be a little transparent with y'all. A 0-0 draw on the road, I'm not going to lie, that gives me a little bit of PTSD from the Gary Smith era. Gives me a little bit of PTSD from the Gary Smith era, man. You remember those days when we were like the kings of scoreless draw? Y'all remember that? I do. Stop moving, camera. I remember those days, man. I remember those days. We were the kings of the scoreless draw, the masters of, well, at least we didn't lose. We were so clutch at that. At least we didn't lose. Nashville was the most boring team in MLS for a stretch, and last night reminded me of that. Too much. Now, I am not saying we're going back to that era. BJ Callahan is a completely different coach with a completely different philosophy. This was one game without our best player at a tough venue against a physical team that sat back they sat in the back five. What are we going to do with that? What are you going to do with a back five? These guys have no heart. They play with no honor. Just play with a back five. Golly. I'm not tripping. I get it, but geez Louise. I'm putting on the record. If we see 2 or 3 more of these, then we got to have a real conversation. We have a real conversation. Right now, I'm just going to chalk up this 0-0 draw, the circumstances. Here's my next concern. The physicality problem. Nashville got bullied off the ball tonight, man. Multiple fans on Reddit said it, dude. They're getting straight up nephewed, bro. Nephewed right now. Getting knocked off the ball every single time. Dallas was physical, and Nashville struggled to match it at times. I thought they were very physical at other times, but there was a lot of other times where they were getting tossed around a little bit. I don't know if that's was part of the game plan, if we're turning into more of a go for the dive type of team. I don't know. I'd like to know if that's what we're going to do, and that will help me out. Dan Lovis had a little joke. I thought it was funny. He said Dallas had an NBA player playing wingback. Oh, he's talking about the guy with the dreads, right? Yeah, that guy I saw him. I was like, yo, that guy was mad. He was a strong guy. But that physicality is something that Nashville needs to learn to handle because the league is not getting softer, y'all. The league is getting more intense. Chat, real talk. Does the Sam Surge dependency worry you, or was this just a bad night? Jay, shout out Jay21P. Does the Sam Surge dependency worry you, or was this just one off night? Was it a one-off bad night? Let me know. Let's talk about the bigger picture, though. What's coming up? Let's get a little energy here. This is ultimate fan vision right here, gang. Ultimate fan vision here. Lock in with me. Here's where I'm at with this team. I still think Nashville SC is elite, and here's why. An elite team doesn't go 34-0. An elite team goes to a tough road venue, loses their best player to illness, goes down a man, and still doesn't lose. That's what happened last night. We're 1-0-1. 4 points from 2 MLS games, unbeaten. And yeah, the draw isn't what we wanted. Yes, it's no one wanted a draw. I was on here talking mad stuff before the game. I didn't think we were gonna get a draw. But in a 34-game season, a point on the road at Dallas is not the end of the road. It's a building block, okay? We're building on this. BJ said it. We're nowhere near being a final product, and he's right. It's game 2. We're still gelling. New players, new formations, new partnerships. This was a learning experience. And honestly, I'd rather have a frustrating 0-0 draw now than in October when it matters more. Next thing we got to think about, the schedule's going to get real from here on out, guys. It's getting really real. Let me tell y'all what's on my mind. That schedule, it doesn't get easier, okay? Next Saturday, March 7th, Minnesota United comes to Yost Park. And oh, by the way, they just signed James Rodriguez and he's been cleared to play. James Rodriguez, the Colombian legend, World Cup hero. BJ Callahan already said he expects James to be very impactful in this league. I expect James to be very impactful in Israel. James, I call him James because I'm a stupid American. Sorry, guys. He's a completely different type of number 10 than Mukhtar. He's a pure playmaker with a world-class vision. I'm worried. I'm concerned. I'm definitely concerned. Eddie, if you're watching this, I need you to shut him down, bro. After that, we're going to start running with the big dogs. LAFC, Inter Miami. Well, I don't. When is LAFC? We're not. It's Inter Miami next, but we still have to. I think we have LA Galaxy on the list too, and they just dropped 3 goals in the first 15 minutes against Charlotte FC. The first 15 minutes, they dropped 3 goals. If Dallas first 15 scared you, what is the Galaxy gonna do? If that's the way they're coming in, all right. Here's my message to the team. Last night was a good point, but the standard has to be higher. Way higher. When you're asked to be mentioned with LAFC, Miami, Vancouver, those teams don't draw 0-0 to Dallas. They just don't. They find a way. And Nashville has to find that next gear. All right, what does this result tell us? A Dallas fan on Reddit said Eurohide was the only reason Nashville didn't stomp them. A Dallas fan said that, so even they know we were the better team. We just couldn't finish. Dan Lovett said something smart. He said this was a Western Conference team we won't see again, so a point is a point, take it and move on. Focus on the Eastern Conference battles that actually decide playoff positioning. Good point. BJ also dropped that Nashville is nowhere near a final product, and honestly, that should excite you. Because if this team is 3-0 in all comps, sitting on top of East and still, what are they, 3-0? Were they 3-0? Yeah, we're 3-1. We're 3-0-1. We're 3-0-1. We still have levels to reach. The ceiling for Nashville SC is scary if you're paying attention. Chat, I want to know from you guys, are you worried about the James Rodriguez matchup or are you excited for it? What about Miami and Galaxy after that? What is the chat feeling? All right. Let's wrap this thing up. Let's wrap this bad boy up. Before I close this out, I got to talk to the fans for a second. The ultimate fans, you already know, Nashville SC's official ultimate fan. Bing. This is important. We're asking this team to show up every game. We're asking BJ to coach at an elite level. We're asking Serge and Mukhtar and Madrigal to perform, and they are doing that. 11 goals in 3 games before last night. A clean sheet on the road, an unbeaten start to the season. If we are asking this team to show up, then we have to show up too. The season is going to be full of games like tonight, guys. Ugly, physical, frustrating, all of that. There are going to be nights where it just doesn't click. It's going to happen. Hey, get out of here. Go. My dog is over here throwing up. Disgusting. Oh my gosh. She does this. She's a doodle. She throws up all the time. I don't know what to tell you. Hey, go back over there. Nope. Hey. Oh my gosh. She's over here just throwing up. I don't know what she's eating to make her do it, but she just does it. That's just what dogs do. They ruin streams and they throw up on your carpet. It's just what they do, guys. Anyways, I'm talking to the fans right now. This season is gonna be full of games like tonight, y'all. Ugly, physical, frustrating. There's gonna be nights where it just doesn't click. There are gonna be games where we don't have Surge, where we don't have Mukhtar, where we don't have Madrigal. There's gonna be red cards. There's gonna be missed chances. There's gonna be 0-0 draws. I'm being real with y'all right now. What do you want me to be? I can only be real with y'all. In those moments, this fan base cannot fold. We can't. We cannot be the fans that only show love when it's 4-1. Okay? We gotta be there when it's 0-0 in Frisco and it feels like nothing's working. That's what separates a good fan base from a great one, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, we gotta elevate our stuff too, man. Fans gotta step up, baby. This year is gonna be full of fireworks and wins. I believe that. I truly do. We're gonna have a lot of reasons to celebrate this year, but it's gonna be a lot of battles. And I need the Nashville's fan base to match the energy of this team, because if they're fighting for 90 minutes with 10 men on the road, we can show up in support from our couches and our seats at Geodis. I'm telling y'all, man. Here's some final thoughts. Nashville SC is 1-0-1, unbeaten, top of the East, first clean sheet in 17 games, learning and growing every week. Sam Surge will be back, y'all. The finishing will come. The schedule is about to give us a chance to prove that. Next week, we got Minnesota United. James Rodriguez. James Rodriguez is coming to Geodis Park Saturday, March 7th, 7:30 p.m. I'll be there. Should I bring the mask? What do you think, chat? Should I bring the mask? First off, before I even ask you that, are you gonna be there? You, the one watching this, are you gonna be there? Because I will. I will. I really hope to see some of y'all there, man. I'm SF Doom, Nashville SC's ultimate fan. One tough draw doesn't change what this team is building. The Coyotes are still hungry and the hunt continues. Drop your predictions for Minnesota game in the chat. Smash that follow, and I'll see you next time. Koi big, baby. Come on, you boys in gold all day. Woo! All right. That was a good stream, y'all. I'm considering opening this pack of Pokemon Mega Dream. What do you guys think? Should I do it? Should I do it on stream? I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm going to go ahead and end the YouTube stream. Thank you guys for joining once again. We got Abne Gaming 18. Can you shout out Abnahav Tripathi? All right. Shout out Abnahav Tripathi. Appreciate y'all, man. Hop in the chat, man. For real. I'm trying to figure out if I should open this pack of Mega Dream. What do you guys think? Pokemon cards. Should I do this? I think I'll do this on my other channel. All right, YouTube. Take it easy, man. Please give me your phone number. I will not do that. I'm sorry. I am not going to give you my phone number. I don't really do that on stream, bro. I'm sorry, man. You can always just message the account. Just message the account, bro. Or follow me on TikTok. It's Young Turtle. YUNGTURRTLE. I'm from Nashville, baby. Why you think I'm talking about the boys in gold? You know what I mean? Damn, I really want to open this box, man. But I don't know why I'm trying to keep it sealed. I don't know. What do you guys think? I want to open this box of Pokemon cards. But right now, it's, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good one, man.